I am flabbergasted at how much I paid for these. I'm starting to regret going to Crumbl Cookie. More. That seems to be the mantra of today's society, where everything has to be bigger and better. Cars that are bigger and heavier and use up more gas, clothing that is getting more and more expensive and ridiculous, and not to mention every Jimmy and John out there trying to get famous on the internet. I mean, why settle for a $1,500 computer when you can spend $3,000 so that your Roblox character can look super fashionable, but in 4K? And with all that being said, Crumbl Cookies has broken through the social media barrier to become a marketing juggernaut as a self-proclaimed best dessert. And today we're gonna put that to the test because I'm gonna be trying Crumbl Cookie in Canada for the very first time. And by the end of this video, we're gonna figure out which one of these cookies deserve to stay in the pink and which ones deserve to go to the stink. Who wrote this script? Me? I am flabbergasted at how much I paid for these. That came out to almost $5 for each cookie at $36. And then the cherry on top, they try to ask me for a tip. Come on, Crumbl. First up, their sprinkled donut. This is giving me Simpsons vibes.
Crumbled up cookie things.
Smells like a sugar cookie. One thing that I noticed about all these Crumbl cookies is that all of them are very thick and hefty, and they don't really look like a cookie. These are just like cookies on steroids. Has a nice bake to it. It's very large. It looks adorable. It is massive, and it looks very sweet. This really looks delicious, but there's only one way to find out. Let's throw it back. It's not as dry and crunchy as I expected. It's almost like a nice doughy center. I tried to take a massive bite and it barely made a dent. This thing is massive. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really mad at Crumbl right now because this isn't as bad as I expected. It's actually kind of good. Let's take another bite. It's very buttery, it's soft on the inside while being baked on the outside, so it's got nice texture balance. It's got some bite, but also some chew inside of it. Delicious sweets. The cause and the solution to all of life's problems. Next up, the Rocky Road. I see a nice baked chocolate cookie with some crushed almonds, some chocolate chips, and then right in the middle there is some marshmallow. I expect this thing to be a texture bomb in my mouth. Let's throw it back with that explosion. Rocky Road from Crumbl. I don't think I got a full mouthful. Let's get one more. Super chocolatey. The marshmallow has a nice chew to it. I think it was a little over baked. There's nothing that really stands out for me. I'm not really a fan of the texture because the cookie was kind of over baked, so it was a little dry and crumbly. And the marshmallow doesn't really add too much to it since they only put it right in the middle. I think this one could have done a little bit better because this doesn't even have any marshmallow in it. This one's just okay. If I put everything into one. No. Next up, the Kentucky butter cookie. I'm not sure what Kentucky butter is supposed to be, but it does have the word butter in it. And Kentucky's from the South, so I assume that this is gonna be a buttery, sugary goodness. Super buttery like a sugar cookie. It's not too sweet, it has a nice flavor to it, and it has a really good mouthfeel. This one is also baked very well. Nice crispy bake on the outside with a nice chew on the inside. This thing is sweeter than Southern hospitality. These are thick, these are a mouthful. I'm starting to see why people go to Crumbl Cookie. Next up, the salted caramel cheesecake cookie. Looks like a nicely baked vanilla cookie with some cheesecake frosting and a nice dollop of caramel sprinkled in with some salt on the top. This looks absolutely delicious. Who invented this? Augustus Gloop from Willy Wonka Factory? Wish me luck, I'm going on in. I'm starting to regret coming to Crumbl because I'm actually enjoying these cookies. I don't know if Canada does it differently, but these cookies, really well done. Not overly baked and crumbly on the outside, has a nice chew on the inside, and the flavors aren't too sweet. I mean, they're pretty sweet, but they're not overly sweet. I don't think I'd be able to demolish one of these in a sitting, but offer this to me at 3 a.m. and this thing might be in trouble. Next up, this massive cookies and cream brownie. Just want to add a disclaimer, this actually costs an extra $1.49, but this thing, it doesn't even look like a cookie. This thing looks like a cake. That boy from Matilda would devour this thing. My eyes are feasting. There's a nice fluffy brownie bed with some vanilla frosting, some chocolate syrup, and some crumbled, look like Oreos on the top. I'm gonna try and do the boy proud, but this thing's gonna be a mouthful. I tried to take a massive bite and it didn't even make a dent. This thing is so sweet. The brownie is nice and soft and chewy. The vanilla frosting nice and light. The chocolate is there, and the cookie just adds a little texture crunch. Overall, super delicious, super chocolatey, absolutely massive. So you're paying a little bit extra, but you're getting a little bit extra too. You could hurt someone with this. And last but not least, their key lime pie. Is this even a cookie? It's in a tin. Did they just give me a full pie? How do I even eat this? I can smell the zest and the tartness of the pie. I actually don't know how to open this thing because this thing doesn't fold out. Did they give me a spoon? They didn't even give me a spoon. Maybe I can just. There's supposed to be a graham cracker crust at the bottom to kind of hold it together, but this just looks like a dollop of whipped mush. Key lime pie from Crumbl. Let's give it a try. It tastes like key lime pie. I do wish it was a cookie spin on a key lime pie. It has a nice zest to it. It's refreshing, it's light. Oh, wait a second, there is a graham cracker bottom. Hold on. You definitely can't manhandle this. I really wish they gave me some utensils, so be aware if you're getting the key lime pie, this is just a pie from Crumbl Cookie. One more bite. It tastes like a key lime pie. I don't know, I'm just asking key lime why. So for Team Pink, I'm gonna have to go with the salted caramel cheesecake cookie, the pink donut, and the Kentucky butter. And for Team Stink, I'm gonna have to go with the key lime pie and the Rocky Road. And shout outs to the cookies and cream brownie. You're massive and I'm afraid of you, so I'm gonna put you in your own category. Thank you guys so much for watching me. If you guys did not already subscribe, make sure you guys subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.